Hello, welcome back. This was the state in which we left at the previous video, with a JSON representation of the model that we just created. Now Laravel has a built-in mechanism to manage how this representation looks, called resources. So let's head back into our terminal and create resources for the tasks. And we use the artisan make command to make a task resource and a task collection. The first thing that we'll do is head back to our task controller, and instead of this response, return the task collection. So let's make a new instance of that task collection, and in here we will pass all the tasks that we created. Now, second, let's go back to our browser, and now you'll see that the task model is nested into a data key. And this is going to be nice when we add pagination later. Now, let's go to the resource classes that we just created. The task collection, it returns just the toArray method that is defined in the resource collection class from Laravel. And let's now look at our task resources. Now here we can make some changes to how this data looks like, of how the representation of a task is made in a task collection. So let's add, for example, a status field, which is gonna be finished or open depending on the state of the task. And the fields that we call on this are proxied onto the model. So we can use isDone, which is a field on the task model, and check whether that is true. And in that case, we're gonna return finished. And otherwise we will set it to open and return that data. So now you'll see in our request that this status field is added depending on the status of isDone. Now something else, I see that the isDone field, which is actually Boolean, returns 0 here. So let's go to our task model, and it doesn't show up there. Let's go to the models, tasks, and we are gonna cast this field to a Boolean. So add a protected cast value, and for here the isDone field will need to be casted to a Boolean. Now in here we can also hide fields from the JSON representation. So for example, let's hide the updated add field, and therefore we define the hidden property, which is also an array, updated add. And if we now look in our response, refresh that, then we'll see that isDone is now a Boolean value, and the updated add value is removed from this response. With that, I hope to see you in the next video.